Hi, I'm Zool, with UNDEAD SCENE TV, here with Eldergaad. We're fucking evil. What is that?
Please say.
Alright. So, let's start off by talking about Children of God. Very good fucking CD. I had no idea what to call it before. I still don't, although I've listened to it quite a few times. It's really fucking good. I've listened to it all the way through. Many times I got it in the car. Progressive thrash, black, something or other. I mean, you guys, if you had to label yourselves, is it even possible?
You're about right. Progressive thrash, blackened, perhaps.
I mean, it's without a doubt got elements of all those.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people really enjoy the term prog, but you guys, you got progressive in you. There's odd meter in there. I hear that's all Fonz's fault.
Well,
Is that
so shocked.
or is that your riff writing that produces the progressive sound?
A lot of it comes from my riffs, yeah. I have
Okay.
a very odd sense of meter, apparently. So when I sit to write, it's not math metal. We don't sit and calculate.
There's no phone numbers involved with Eldergaad?
No,
Okay.
there's no formulas in there or anything. A lot of times it's just how it feels to me ends up being an odd time. So
Okay.
sometimes I will use something as a spark to say, well, what if I did this, meter wise, just to see what comes out of it.
So once in a while you'll fuck it up on purpose.
Yeah, sometimes.
But for the most part, when you're writing, that's just how it comes out.
Yeah, I have a hard time writing things that are just in straightforward, just going. It's hard for me to do that. I feel like I'm kind of phoning it in if I'm doing that.
Okay.
It's like I'm not trying hard enough. I need to try harder.
Right.
Mess it up.
Okay.
It's more so a chemistry, though. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't set out to do anything in particular. It's just the way we just have a natural chemistry, and that's what comes out.
So do you guys, is it typical that Shaw will bring in riffs, or do you guys sit here in the space and...
So we'll usually bring in the riffs.
Okay.
We'll work on it together as a band.
So they'll bring in like a skeleton, and you guys will kind of
Right.
throw on the meat and the muscle and inform it from there.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually pursued many methods of writing. There's music first, lyrics first. One person has an idea, we've done things together. So.
Do you have a preferred method, or is it just kind of whatever happens?
It's more
Pretty organic.
Yeah, I don't think any of us wants to get to a point where this is how an Eldergaad song is written.
Right.
That's one thing we try to stay away from, is anything that's real formulaic. That's part of why the songs on Children of God are also sort of different from each other, was intentional. That, okay, we've done a song that kind of has this feel, let's try a different feel.
Okay.
Let's try a different structure. Let's try...
I did notice, listening to Children of God, that from song 1 all the way through the end, it does... The entire CD all sounds like Eldergaad, but the song feel definitely changes. Whereas like maybe a Bloodbath CD, every song sounds like Bloodbath.
Right.
As fucking tremendous as they are,
Right.
they all kind of have that similar sound.
Right.
But in listening to Children of God, though it all sounds like Eldergaad, that feel changes. And you guys think that maybe that might be because these are the first songs that you have written together as a band, or?
I think that's part of it, is that it takes a band a while to kind of gel and coalesce into whatever it's going to be.
Right.
So those 8 songs that are on there are the first 8 songs that we wrote.
Okay.
There wasn't anything left behind. We wrote 8, put them on a CD, and there you go.
Right.
So yes, but I don't know that the next 8 are going to be any different in that regard. I don't know if by the time album number 2 comes out, if it won't be the same thing, where you'll listen to it all and say, well, yeah, it all sounds like Eldergaad, but each song is different from one another. There's not...
We
hopefully
did
the formula.
start torturing Raw to make him more of a tortured vocalist as he went along.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first 2 songs are the most 2 clean singing songs.
The first 2 we wrote, yeah.
And he becomes more and more tortured as the CD goes on.
Right. As his life goes on, we'll continue to torture him physically, emotionally, otherwise, to
Now-
get the way results we prefer.
On that subject, I have UNDEAD SCENE did put out a video of and for you guys called God Eaters.
I can almost hear it right now playing.
If you listen really closely, imagine, actually if we imagine really hard, we can probably just see it. Oh my god. Wow, that's fucking cool. Now, that song is not on Children of God, correct? So, does that song indicate at all a direction change? Because I think that song really still does sound a lot like Eldergaad. Do you feel like that one's at all different from Children of God?
Well, everything's been kind of a progression. We started in the beginning with the first couple songs that we wrote, and everything's been kind of morphing and changing. As you said, we don't want to do the same thing twice necessarily. And eventually, hopefully, we're going to have another CD, so things will...
Our next recording is going to be an LP.
You get to a point where you can second guess
Great.
each other now too.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
we're a lot better as a band.
over the songs that we've written thus far, we have been getting sort of more and more progressive as we've been going. But I think one of the things that I know just looking at the second album is knowing that we're going to want to have something that dials it way back and says, okay, well, we're going too far this direction, or it's getting too far, so let's go the total opposite direction again, and then let's try to write something that's just straightforward all the way through, just because we don't have one that's like that.
Right.
You know,
so though you guys seem to have developed this very original sound, you think that though you might have an Eldergaad sound, you still have yet to really find the pocket. Like you're still trying to develop that sound.
Well, just it seems like it clicks better now, so I think we might probably, I wouldn't say we're there, because really, as you express yourself as a band, it changes.
Yeah,
no matter
what
how
band
long.
really does stick to one? No.
But
some
yeah,
bands
I mean,
don't know.
I've really, the writing process is, I mean, before it was, there was a bit of trying to understand how someone else was, like Shaw and I, for some reason when we start writing together, he'll hear one in a different spot than I do.
Okay.
And obviously I have to lay down the structure of the
Right.
song,
Right.
So it's up to you to figure
so
out
it
how
just,
that.
it's weird how it works, but it's cool.
Yeah. So you guys have this look, this ambiance going for you. This is something that I'm assuming that you carry over on stage.
We wake up like this
You do.
Yeah.
You were all born like this, correct?
Right.
a million
That's
years
fucking
ago.
We weren't actually born.
Right.
No, we've just always been.
You were beget.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's definitely, we try to do this live, and we've gotten the stage show kind of to a 1.0 level, we think now, where we've got all of the key elements in place that we originally said we wanted to get there, and it took us a few months to get there, but we're there now and thinking about expanding in the future, but yep, we try to.
So some bands tend to be the t-shirt and jeans type of bands, and some bands prefer more theatrical stage presence. What made you guys want to go in that direction?
We're fans of the old school metal, Merciful Fate. I mean, King, Diamond always had that sort of,
Kiss?
where you're, yeah.
Jawas.
More about putting on a show
Yep.
as opposed to just going out and saying, here are our songs.
Right.
Playing. It's about performing, giving people something to look at.
Right.
Well, if you're at a show, the sound isn't always that great. So when you're looking at this stuff up on stage, you figure you might as well have something interesting to look at.
Right.
If it's just me in my street clothes, that's not so interesting.
Right.
This is a lot more interesting. Plus, I think you'll remember this.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you may not remember the name of the band or any of the songs, but you'll remember what you saw.
Right. Without
You
question.
can keep folks' attention for at least one song if you got up on stage like this.
Right. Yeah.
They leave after that, so be it.
So be it, but-
They're still gonna. I saw this fucking band the other night.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So that's the intention there.
Yeah.
It's actually humorous that you bring this up, because Shaw, he was sitting out at the bar after we played, hearing people talk about the band, not realizing he's right there.
And you know what? I've interviewed you guys before, and I've hung out with you guys outside of the Eldergaad atmosphere. And I gotta say, I've known Thoughts for a while, but I met the rest of you guys more recently. After interviewing you and seeing you without makeup, I probably stared at you guys a little bit. For one, you're incredibly attractive men.
Thank you.
And for two, you're completely different looking. So it's got to be
Right.
fun for you guys to play a show and then just kind of afterwards meld into the crowd and
Yeah.
you know, kind of see
So
what
you're
the
saying we're kind of holding back our sexual attraction on stage to keep shit under control?
a little bit, you
A
know,
little bit, yeah.
because
Can't
I
play
mean,
prog if you're beating up the women, you know?
right,
Anonymity was
So to
a
speak.
thought.
pun intended.
Right, yeah, being anonymous was part of the thought behind it too, is that we didn't want a bunch of attention for who we were individually. We wanted this band always to be about what the four of us do together. You know, we're really a unit, and we didn't want anyone particular getting all the attention or standing out for any reason, so it's like,
Right.
once we're done with the show and we're off stage, we just kind of blend, disappear.
Just normal dudes.
Just normal dudes.
Right. Cool. So we have posted and out and about in the interwebs, God Eaters, the newer song which is not on the Children of God CD.
Right.
However, at that same show, the Undead Scene crew did happen to catch another song, and what song would that be?
Nocturnity.
Nocturnity. So we have a video that we made for that song as well. So here is Nocturnity off of Children of God from Eldergaad. and go. Now, along with the garb, I think that one of the typical reactions of people is that, oh, they're a black metal band. Completely untrue.
Right.
Though you guys might have a touch of the black metal sound, you're far from a black metal band. What I think is going to trigger that impression of people is the makeup. However, you guys are not in the typical black metal makeup. What meaning do you guys have? Is there anything to the makeup that you're wearing?
Yeah, actually, originally when we started, we were using the ancient, like, Old English runes.
Okay.
But, you know, we decided at a point, I think Raw is the first one to say, you know, we should maybe have our own alphabet. So I designed an alphabet, and each symbol, it has meaning, but we'll leave that to speculation.
Okay.
We need the secret decoder.
There's an alphabet, there's actually an alphabet, and there's actual symbols.
Okay, and each one of them have meaning, and they're all
Yeah.
something that you guys have.
And each member has a specific one, which is pretty cool.
So is there a way for fans to decode these?
Eventually, but
So that's not something
Not yet.
that you've released yet. That's something.
But there's a ring in production that we're working on, a decoder ring.
So what is it? Not Cracker Jacks, but maybe
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Okay.
you can only get it in Tang.
Tang, it'll be a packet with Tang, that's right.
All
The
right.
general gist is to, I think, project something timeless, and so that's in general the overall theme of, you know, the name, the theme, the outfits, to take us out of current, to undate us.
Right.
You go up there, you wear your metal shirt that's whatever band is going on, you know. You play your music that sounds like the music that is of the time.
Right.
That's not where we feel we are. We're older, so we're back farther in time.
Right.
So that's kind of, I think, we're looking for an ancient, you know, an ancient theme, an ancient, timeless presentation. feel.
And I think it removes you guys too from any other trend.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else does what you're doing in sound or in look. So I think that's something that you guys have going for you too, that I think you know, the fans will aspire to. Is, you know, this is somebody who's doing something different.
We'd like to really touch some young people.
Really?
Who doesn't? You know,
I mean, we haven't done that yet. That's one of our unattained goals at this point.
to touch young people.
Touching young people.
Yeah, and that's something that we can say.
The children of God.
Right. Exactly.
All right, so well, I want to thank you guys for sitting here and bullshitting with me, and
It's no bullshit.
there's no bullshit involved. So thanks for chatting.
Sure.
Use that one.
No.
Appreciate it, and so we're out. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.